How's it going today, guys? Okay, I've got a little bit of a different position for the start of this video for why the hell not reason, because I think it's going to look much better when it comes to the video taking. Okay, nevertheless, I actually got something very important in this topic today because I felt like I'll just make a short video about it, because today, while I was laying in bed last night, I actually came up with the idea of sharing this with you guys. It should actually have been done already, but I didn't think about it at that time. So I've written it in my journal. I'm definitely going to take you through it. It's all about planning your day, because obviously, as you guys have seen in the previous videos, I don't have a job anymore. Okay, so I've got to make my own days now. I don't have someone else, like an employer, telling me how to spend my 10 hours per day. So what I'm going to do is actually plan it out, and I'm going to show you how I've done it, and you can implement sort of a similar thing. I mean, I did look at a few videos about it, or trying to understand time management, better running your business day, how to plan a business week, how to run things better in my life. So obviously enforce better productivity, and also make sure that if there is goals and tasks that need to be completed by the end of the week, are they completed? And if not, if it was too difficult of a task, what do you do? Does it need 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and so on. So I'm going to run you through this quickly, and then hopefully you enjoy it. But first, we need some life juice. I live on this stuff because I love it so much. So, oh my word. I think we're gonna have to go get milk, because there's no ways I'm drinking this nonsense. Okay, cool. See you guys in a bit. Okay, so what a beautiful day we've got today. I mean, it is 22nd or 23rd of August now. Beautiful day, I'm not gonna lie. This is the beauty of living on a communal property type of thing. See, what we bought is like a proper mini farm, if you will. We call it a plot in South Africa, and we decided to join forces with family members, which enable us to always have a support system of some sorts. And we work together as one unit, which is quite difficult to find in this country nowadays. Nevertheless, the best part of it all is if you need groceries, you can quickly come upstate and quickly get some groceries. That's what I'm doing. So you see what I mean? Just come back with a small bottle of milk from the people on the plot. Pretty cool, right? Guys, definitely a must. Love this stuff. Not sponsored by them, but damn, boys, you did well. I mean, what more could you ask for? Like, this is just perfect. I didn't even have to buy those cappuccino sachet nonsense. Perfect. Alright, I said we're gonna get started, right? Let me just tell you what the flip happened now. Sometimes when you do these videos, right, I sometimes forget to do the rotation on the camera, okay? So I recorded the whole freaking thing, explaining the schedule, explaining everything, gave you the quotes that I wrote here, summary, and everything that I've built. And then I realized the camera was the wrong way around. I was recording my screen behind you. So I tell you, sometimes. And then I just decided to make it myself feel a little bit better. I'll go finish up the coffee I said I would. Cheers. Awesome. So let's try this again. So, as I said, I've written it down here. This is the weekly schedule that I've kind of built for myself. I got all this from watching a video that I found on YouTube, and quite a few videos actually, in that matter of fact, that helped me understand how to build a better week for myself and obviously for my businesses. Trying to be a little bit more productive, trying to create more accomplishments within 1 week. When you set goals and tasks for yourself, do you actually complete them, and so on. So this is my structure, not necessarily something that I got from the video. I sat down outside after watching them, and I just thought, what would my ideal or desired week look like? What do I want it to look like? and that's kind of how I stumble across everything. So on a Monday, I like to schedule this out as a slow start into the week, because what happens is most people anyway, when they work for a boss, have a slow start to the week, and then by Tuesday, Wednesday, they start picking up, and Thursday they start going down, like settling down, and then Friday they're completely chilled and they're ready for the weekend basically. So what I've done here, I've set Monday as my creative day. That's the theme of the day. It's the creative day. So why the creative day? Because it's not a slow start to the day. It gives me then the opportunity to also sit down, script my videos, not the vlog style stuff, obviously like this, but definitely scripting videos, making specific topics, following up on comments, recording pieces, editing, planning for the future of the channel, and then strategizing my week ahead, obviously for my businesses, my clients, what needs to be done, what needs to be completed, what are the goals for the week, etc. And then obviously I also do a little bit of like a reflection on the week prior. What happened in the week before, and did I do what I said I was going to do? Did I complete the task and reach my goals for that week and for my clients, etc. And then it helps me just stay on target on what is actually happening and what is my progress looking like. Is it good or bad, or can I improve? That's basically what you do reflection for. Next, I've bundled up Tuesday to Thursday. So Tuesdays to Thursdays, the theme for me is business development. So what happens in business development is basically I've got pre-arranged meetings with existing or new clients, that I've set up early morning Tuesday or Monday afternoon, and I've set them up for the rest of the week till Thursday. And then obviously new clients is for business growth, finding new clients, growing the business, and existing clients is obviously the ones that are currently on the books for the media business specifically, and obviously to chat about the month ahead, so that we can always be at least 1 month ahead in regards to promotions and what's the digital landscape for their business going to look like, and then obviously for my other business, which is an e-commerce brand, we basically stay a month ahead of like promotions and try and create something that makes relevancy between us and that specific promo or holiday or event of some sorts. Like now, the 8th of September, I believe, is the kickoff for the Rugby World Cup. And in South Africa, if you're not South African and you're watching this video, South Africans love their rugby. And what do they love as well with their rugby? Is a bra, a beer and a bra. You can't go wrong with that. So that's what we've got to have to do now for my other brand. We've definitely got to try and come up with some content and stuff that makes it relevant for that type of event, which is the Rugby World Cup. Cool. So then I also, for the rest of it, if I've got some free time, I like to do it in the afternoons rather, where I'll just basically meditate on the businesses and the future and potential growths and opportunities that can possibly come our way. So that's what I like doing as well, just to make sure that, for my businesses, I like to meditate on what can possibly happen in the future. What products do we bring out? Where does the business go? What's the vision? Are we aligning with the mission and the vision? All these lovely types of things. You need to set aside some time for this, because you're just going to go insane if you don't think about this stuff and you're doing a business without a purpose, which is kind of, I'll come back to this right now when I tell you something else about a book I'm reading at the moment. Fridays are very chilled. As I said previously, people start scaling down for the weekend, which means they're amping themselves up for the party side and like the visiting and cater side of things, but they're also shutting down a little bit on the work side. So that's what I like to do on Fridays, is obviously through the morning till about like 1 p.m. I will do miscellaneous tasks that needed to be completed during the week but never seemed to be completed. Maybe just time was an issue, or management of that time was an issue and just couldn't get there. So I put them under the category of non-dire straits tasks but need to eventually happen. So if you know something a little bit about the Eisenhower graph, I think it's the Eisenhower graph. He has the table with the 4 quadrants that he talks about: not important, important, urgent, not urgent. Those type of tasks that I'll do on a Friday, the miscellaneous tasks, will obviously fall under important but not exactly urgent. So I think it's Eisenhower. I'll put a block up somewhere where you can see what the thing looks like. And then obviously once or twice a month, I love to take out a client or a friend, just to say thanks, and obviously to stay in touch with people, because as in business, you should know by now, if you are in business and you're doing the selling side of things, and obviously if you are the founder, you should be doing all of it by now. And staying top of mind is key. Without staying top of mind, you're definitely not going to have a business. If the client forgets about you, you're not going to have much of a business left anyhow. So what I like to do is just basically take them out to try and stay top of mind, and also create activities that happen, and then memories between us, and then also a better relationship, so it creates rapport. And then also to say thanks for your business. Thank you for supporting me, basically. And then Saturdays we got working around the house, fixing up shit that needs to be fixed. For example, this. You guys think this is supposed to look like this, I'm guessing by now, with all the videos that I've made. This is the new room that I've built here. It's probably about 3 months old already. We had to build another room since my son was being born. This is not complete yet. It looks untidy with my shack looking shelf here. That's supposed to be for my business, the one business, the e-commerce business. All of its stock gets put on this shelf, which makes it look like a shit show inside this room. That cupboards need to be completed. I need to hang the doors, or I need to mount them to the wall and make it look nice. I need to put the top piece in there so that you don't have that gap between the ceiling and so on. The wall at the back I've kind of completed, and all of this stuff is just baby TLC that you need to do around your house anyway when you live on your own, and obviously cleaning and so on, because the wife, my wife doesn't believe in letting the dog sleep outside. So we got a little corgi, and the corgi stays inside with us. So we always have a hair issue. And then obviously with the baby being here as well, we've got a bunch of clothes, we've got a bunch of everything, it's just cleaning constantly, bottles, washing, and. So nevertheless, that's what we do. And then also, if we have time in the afternoons, we like to chill out with some family and friends. If we have a braai or a barbecue for my American people, we'll like to just sit outside and relax. So yeah, Sundays is a church and family day. So whichever family members we didn't get to see during the week, we try and get to everyone on a Sunday after church. Church hasn't been a regular thing recently because of the stresses of life kind of being with us all the time recently. So we've had to, try and cut times where we can. And unfortunately, church was one of them, but we're going to try and get back into it. I think it's a very important aspect. And obviously now with the baby here, you want to kind of set an example of what he needs to do with his life, and obviously who his savior is. That's kind of what we want to instill as Christians for our child. I'm not going to get into that topic now. I just realized, no, sorry. Cool. And then I want to talk about daily things that happen. Daily things that happen in my life that I want, that happen regardless of the day, because each day, the categories have themes. These themes and days have these daily tasks happen regardless. And that is journaling. I journal at least once a day. I love it. It's helped me over the last few years to always get what is in my mind out on paper, and then like concrete or stabilize that thought as a serious thing, because if it's just a thought, it's just going to hang there, and then once you put it on paper, it kind of concretes that thing, and then it sort of has some task and accomplishment towards it if you want to do it or read back on it, and. Then I like to read a book. Now I wanted to say I'm coming back to this because my book of this month is definitely going to be The E-Myth from Michael E. Gerber. What a flippin' awesome book. You've got to read this book. If you've got a small business or you've got a side hustle. I hate the word side hustle because I don't believe I have those. But I guess we start somewhere. And nevertheless, if you have that, one or the other, you have to read the book from Michael E. Gerber, The E-Myth. I'll put a picture somewhere here so you can see more or less what it looks like. But make sure you get the revisited version because, oh my word, it is a flippin' phenomenal book. You've got to read this book. Next, I read my devotional and pray at least once, or I try, a day. And then this is a little book that I got from one of my birthdays or Christmas. It's the Everyday Bible Promises for Men. So it's a pretty thick book, but it's got one for every day for you, which is good. And somehow, some way, it's amazing how the Bible and things like these devotional books work. On the day that you read them, on that specific number day, it's just somehow the message for you. It just fascinates me. Nevertheless, I also try and write a little love letter, little note like this for my wife. try and do it every day. I just sometimes forget. Leave it somewhere for her, just makes us feel a little bit more appreciated, loved, and so on. And thanking her for everything that she does around the house for me and the family. And then obviously next I do speaking of affirmations. I like to speak positivity over me. I like to speak good over me, optimism, motivation, and obviously it's if you haven't heard of affirmations before, you're obviously speaking things over your life that you want to see come to fruition. I'll speak over my life like I am successful. I mean, I've got my vision boards right here above me that I constantly can look at every day while I'm busy working here. I just look up quickly if I'm feeling down and I'm like, that's where I'm going, you know? Oh, that's who I need to look like. Let me think like that man, or that's the person I'm modeling, and so on. Then I do it over my son as well. Every now and then I try and speak affirmations over him so that I can ensure that, you know, one day he's going to feel the belief in himself. He will feel that he can achieve whatever he puts his mind towards, that he will be successful, that he's optimistic, and cool. And one thing I did forget off of my list was exercise. So currently this happens at least 3 times a week. I try and get it in every day, but it's not sometimes possible. Exercise, I go to a local gym just around the corner here. Awesome gym. I'll start posting a little bit about them as well, because it's a CrossFit gym and I really love them. The vibe, the family, the community, it's like really awesome. So I'm going to definitely share some about that. Now that I have my coffee and I've spoken about the whole week and taken you through what I deal with on a daily basis, I think what I want to share with you now is a few quotes that I got from the book, The Bullet Journal, from Ryder Carroll. So I thought let's do a little bit of a different scene. Cool. For the quotes that I take out of the video and the book that I got a summary of, I think I want to share with you these specific quotes because they had to deal with how to do these time management and productivity management for your week. He says here, track the past, order the present, and design the future. Time boxing adds two key motivators to your tasks that you've been putting off: structure and urgency. Now, how many times do you struggle with that? I know I have. Obviously, just re-listen to what he just said there, and then you'll understand. Reflection helps you identify what nourishes you, so that you can make better decisions as you seed the next season of your life. How beautiful is that? And didn't I tell you just now? Mondays, I've got a little bit of reflection as well. Beautiful. I like to try and do it every day, especially just before bed, before I read my book. It looks like my days are hectic, but they're not that bad. So if you can make the time, you can probably find the time to do it. Okay, lastly, celebrating your victories. It trains you to identify positive moments, which allows you to discover and enjoy more of them. Guys, if you like this video, that was a short video about how I'm doing it now, how I'm structuring my life in my weeks, my goals and accomplishments for business, and so on, just so that I can have a more productive week. Make sure that by Friday, Saturday, I feel like I've actually accomplished something. So, for myself and obviously my clients. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and until the next vlog. This is episode 3, I think. Enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one.